Before starting the lesson, I would like to state the learning objectives. At the end of the lesson, the students must be able to know about the Blue Masjid, Istanbul, Turkey, to appreciate the Muslim architecture, to utilize the dictionary skills or thesaurus skills, to recognize varying positions of adverbs in sentences, to illustrate the use of the present continuous tense, to know about the essentials of descriptive writing. Dear students, first I am going to read each and every paragraph of the lesson with explanations and words meanings. Then I would give the facts taken from every paragraph. At the end of the page, we would also discuss the questions given in front of the paragraphs. Before starting the lesson, I am going to give you the main points of the first three paragraphs. Number one, Sultan Ahmad Masjid is one of the remarkable buildings in Turkey. Number two, this masjid is famous for blue tiles. Number three, it is situated in Istanbul, which is the capital city of Turkey. Number four, there is a famous term, the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire, Turkish Empire, or Turkish Sultanate. These are the words or names for the same empire. This empire was created by the Ottoman Turks in the 13th century and lasted until the end of World War I. Although initially this empire was small, it expanded until it superseded or took the place of the Byzantine Empire. Number five, the reign of the Ottoman Empire was from 1453 to 1923. Number six, it is the building which always attracts visitors due to its architectural beauty. The main points from paragraph 2. 1. The Blue Masjid was built in 7 years' time, that is from 1609 to 1616. 2. At that time, the Ottoman Empire was ruled by Ahmad I. 3. Sultan Ahmad I was also buried there in the Blue Masjid. Number 4. There used to be a madrasa where the people were educated. 5. The facility of a hospice was also given for the temporary stay of the visitors or travelers. The main points from paragraph 3. 1. The designer of this beautiful masjid was Sadifhar Mehmet Agha. 2. The masjid was completed and was formally declared open for the people in 1616. 3. Sultan Ahmad I died before the completion of the masjid. He ruled the Ottoman Empire from 1603 until 1616. 4. The masjid was completed in the reign of Mustafa I, who became the king after Ahmad I. Dear students, now I am going to read and explain the first paragraph. The Sultan Ahmad Masjid is one of the most impressive monuments in the world. It is also known as the Blue Masjid because of the blue tiles that embellish its interior. Situated in Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey and the capital of Ottoman Empire from 1453 to 1923. It has become the most popular tourist attraction. Dear students, now I am going to explain this first paragraph. The Sultan Ahmad Masjid is one of the most impressive monuments in the world. Impressive means remarkable, and monuments mean a building or a structure or a site that's of historical importance or interest to the people. So it means that Sultan Ahmad Masjid is one of the most beautiful buildings in the world. It is also known as the Blue Masjid because of the blue tiles that embellish its interior. This masjid is also called the Blue Masjid because of blue tiles. Many blue tiles have been used in this masjid, and this is now the quality, and this is considered to be as Blue Masjid. And these tiles decorate the internal parts of the masjid. Situated in Istanbul, the largest city in Turkey and the capital of Ottoman Empire from 1453 to 1923. It is situated in Istanbul. It was constructed in Istanbul, which is the largest city of Turkey, and it was the capital of Ottoman Empire from 1453 to 1923. And it has become the most popular tourist attraction. This place fascinates many people, many visitors towards it because of its beauty, because of its architectural beauty. Paragraph 2. It was constructed between 1609 and 1616 during the rule of Ahmad I. As was the custom, this masjid, like the other masjids of the time, comprises a tomb of the founders, a madrasa, and a hospice. This masjid was built in the era or time of Ahmad I, who was ruling the Ottoman Empire at that time. As a tradition in Turkey that the founder of a masjid used to be buried in the premises of the masjid after his death. In this way, Ahmad I was buried there in the masjid. Apart from his grave, there were two more things of importance. One was a madrasa, where the people were educated, and another was a hospice, which means an inn or a place of temporary stay for visitors or travelers. Paragraph 3. The construction of the masjid started in 1609. The royal architect Sadifhar Mehmet Agha was appointed by the Sultan as in charge of the project. The opening ceremony was held in 1616. Unfortunately, the Sultan could not see the completion of the mosque in his life. It was completed in the reign of his successor Mustafa I. In this paragraph, the writer informs us that the designer of this beautiful masjid was Sadifhar Mehmet Agha. He was given the responsibility of this big project of its construction. The masjid was completed and was formally declared open for the people in 1616. Sultan Ahmad I could not see the completion of this masjid because he died before its completion. He ruled the Ottoman Empire from 1603 until his death in 1616. This masjid was completed in the reign of Mustafa I, who became the ruler of the Ottoman Empire after Ahmad I. The important points in paragraph 4 and 5. Number 1, the construction of the Blue Masjid is the blend of both the Ottoman and Byzantine architectures. Number 2, in its construction, the model of a beautiful Roman church, Hagia Sophia, was followed. Number 3, the Blue Masjid is unmatched in beauty and size. Number 4, the masjid has a spacious forecourt. Number 5, a heavy iron chain is hung at the entrance where the Sultan would lower his head. Number 6, this was to show his humbleness before the divine power. Paragraph 4. The Blue Masjid reflects the architectural style of both the Ottoman Masjid and Byzantine Church. Hagia Sophia, a masjid, one of the wonders of the Muslim architecture, was also kept in view as a model. The Blue Masjid even today is considered to be the unmatched in splendor and majesty and size. In paragraph 4, we are given more information about this masjid. It was constructed in a unique way. It was the blend of the Ottoman style of making buildings as well as the Roman style of building churches. For its construction, the model of Hagia Sophia was followed by the designer. Hagia Sophia was a former Greek Christian church in Roman Empire. Here Byzantine means Roman. I mean the Greek-speaking continuation of the Roman Empire. Hagia Sophia was converted into a masjid in 1453. Paragraph 5. The masjid has a spacious forecourt surrounded by a continuous vaulted arcade. It has ablution facilities on both the sides. In the center, there is a fountain which is rather small in contrast with the magnitude of the courtyard. A heavy iron chain is hung at the upper part of the court entrance at the western side. This side was meant for the Sultan alone. The chain was put there so that the Sultan had to lower his head every time he entered the court. It was the symbolic gesture to ensure the humility of the ruler in the face of the divine power. I am going to explain paragraph 5. First, I am clarifying the meanings of certain words in this paragraph. Spacious means having a lot of space, and forecourt means an open area in front of a building. So it means the masjid has a lot of open space in front of the main building. Another word is vaulted. Vaulted means covered with arches, and arcade means a covered passage. Here it means that there is a continuation of a covered passage with arches. There is the facility of ablution for the worshippers. Ablution means an act of washing oneself before offering prayers. There is a fountain in the center of the forecourt. This fountain is smaller if we look at the size of the spacious forecourt. There is an entrance which was supposed for the Sultan to enter the masjid. There is a heavy chain hanging from the entrance. At the time of entry, the Sultan would lower his head to show his humbleness before the Almighty Allah. In paragraph 6, 7, 8, I got these points. Number 1, there are hand-made ceramic tiles. in more than 50 tulip designs. Number 2, the brightly colored designs of flowers and fruits and cypress trees beautify the interior of the mosque. Number 3, inside the masjid, the upper level is painted blue. Number 4, natural light filters through the designs in the window glass. Number 5, chandeliers also brighten the interior of the masjid. Number 6, the verses of the Holy Quran are beautifully written on the walls. Number 7, the floors are covered with carpets. Number 8, the mihrab is made of finely carved marbles. Number 9, the pulpit is much decorated. Number 10, the designs of the masjid has been made in such a way that the imam can be seen by everyone. Paragraph 6. The interior of the masjid at the lower level is lined with more than 20,000 handmade ceramic tiles in more than 50 different tulip designs. At the gallery level, the design becomes flamboyant with representation of flowers, fruit and cypresses. In paragraph 6, the writer has described that the interior of the masjid at the lower level is decorated with more than 20,000 handmade ceramic tiles. Ceramic tiles mean tiles made of clay. Handmade, which are made with hands, not with any machine. They were made with different 50 tulip designs. Tulip is a kind of flower, so with that shape they made the tiles. At the gallery level, the designs become flamboyant. So the same designs are there, but they are more colorful, brightly colorful, with representation of flowers, fruit and cypresses. Different kinds of flowers and fruit shapes have been made over there, and the cypress trees shape is also there. In brightly colorful way they have been made. In paragraph 7, we are given more information about the masjid. It is said that the upper level of the interior is adorned. Adorned means decorated with blue paint. More than 200 stained glass windows with intricate designs allow natural light to brighten up its interior. Its interior, the inside of the mosque is lit with the natural light of the sun, which is allowed by the windows, the stained glass windows, the colored glass of windows on which different complicated designs have been made. And the chandeliers further brighten up the interior with their glow, with their light. The decorations include ayat from the Holy Quran, and the Quranic verses, the verses of the Holy Quran have been written on the walls for decoration. The floors are covered with carpets. So there is beauty in all the interior of the mosque. Paragraph 8. The most important element in the interior of the masjid is the mihrab. Mihrab is another important part of the inside of the mosque. Mihrab is a place where the imam stands for leading all the gathering of the worshippers in their prayers. This mihrab is made of finely carved marble, beautifully shaped marble. To the right of the mihrab is a richly decorated pulpit. There is another spot in the interior that's a beautifully decorated pulpit. Pulpit is an enclosed raised platform for the imam from where he delivers his sermon. The masjid is designed that even when it is most crowded. Everyone in the masjid can listen to and look at the imam. So it has been made in such a way, the masjid has been designed in such a way that it is possible for everybody to see the imam wherever he is. Some important points in paragraph 9, 10 and 11. 1. The royal room is situated at the southeast corner with its own beautifully made pulpit. 2. The Blue Masjid has 6 minarets. 3. In the evening, a great number of tourists and Turks come to the park, which is in front of the masjid. 4. The masjid is flooded with lights in the evening. 5. Though much has been lost of the masjid, yet it is still one of the most visited monuments of the world. Paragraph 9. The royal room is situated at the southeast corner. This room was supposed for the king, for the sultan. It has its own pulpit. There is the same like the imam's pulpit, the raised platform that was there in that room too. That used to be decorated with jade and roses. Jade is a kind of green stone which is beautifully carved to decorate a place. So that was decorated with jade and roses. The designs of rose were made there. Paragraph 10. The Blue Masjid has 6 minarets. 4 minarets stand one each at the 4 corners of the masjid. As this has been shown in the picture which is there in the beginning of this video, I have shown this to you that there are 4 minarets on each corner of the masjid. Each of these pencil-shaped minarets has 3 balconies. There are some projected space, enclosed space on these minarets, while the other 2 at the end of the forecourt, in the courtyard outside the mosque, there are 2 more minarets, but they have 2 balconies. Paragraph 11, the last paragraph. In the evening, a large number of tourists and Turks gather in the park facing the masjid to listen to the call for the evening namaz. Many people, tourists and Turks, they come to the park which is in front of the masjid, and from there they can easily listen to the call for the evening prayers. The masjid is flooded with lights. The masjid is full of lights at night and especially in the evening time. And so are the hearts of the believers with divine love, and the hearts of the Muslims, that's also filled with the love of Allah. Though much has been lost of the Blue Masjid over the years, yet it has not lost the love of its visitors. Because of time, many things were lost in these years, but still there is the love of the visitors. They come to the masjid and they see the old monuments of the Muslim world. The masjid is still one of the most visited monuments of the world. Now at the end, we come to end text questions, the questions which have been given in front of the paragraphs in the text, and then exercise question answers. Question number 1. Who started the construction of the Blue Masjid? Answer. Sultan Ahmad I, who was the ruler of the Ottoman Empire, started the construction of the Blue Masjid, which is one of the most famous masjids in Turkey. It was constructed between 1609 and 1616. Question number 2. In whose reign the construction was completed? The construction was completed in the reign of Mustafa I. Question 3. For what purpose does a heavy iron chain hang there? Answer. A heavy iron chain hangs in the upper part of the court door on the western side to make the ruler bend, expressing humbleness before the Almighty Allah. Question number 4. Where is the royal room situated? Answer. The royal room is situated at the southeast corner of the Blue Masjid. It has its own pulpit that used to be decorated with jade and roses for the presence of the king. Now, exercise questions and answers. Question number 1. Why is the Sultan Ahmad Masjid also known as Blue Masjid? Answer. The Sultan Ahmad Masjid is one of the greatest monuments in the world. Blue tiles have been used to adorn its inner part. That's why this masjid is also called the Blue Masjid. Question number 2. Who was appointed as the architect of the masjid? Answer. The royal architect Sadifhar Mehmet Aga was appointed by Sultan Ahmad I for the construction of the mosque. The construction of the Blue Masjid was started in 1609 and completed in 1616. Question number 3. Why was a heavy iron chain hung at the entrance of the court? Answer. A heavy iron chain was hung at the entrance of the court so that the Sultan had to lower his head every time he entered the court. It was a symbolic gesture to ensure the humbleness of the ruler before the Almighty Allah. Question number 4. How does the interior of the mosque look? Answer. The interior of the masjid at the lower level is lined with more than 20,000 handmade ceramic tiles in more than 50 different tulip designs. The upper level of the interior is painted blue and the floors are covered with carpets. Question number 5. Why do you think madrasa and hospice were part of the masjid? Answer. At that time, it was a custom that a masjid would comprise a tomb of the founder, a madrasa and a hospice. They were considered as the parts of a masjid. The madrasa was for the people's education and a hospice was a facility for the travelers or visitors to have a short stay there. Question number 6. Who constructed Mosque Sophia or Hagia Sophia? Answer. In the beginning, this building was constructed as a church by the Byzantine Emperor. In 1453, the Ottoman Turks under Sultan Mehmed II conquered Constantinople. He converted the church into a masjid. It was renamed Hagia Sophia Mosque. Its structure was also modified to some extent.